You're listening to What She Said podcast with Shanae Hall. Well, we'll get into that in a second with these unrealistic expectations of the black woman.
Licking that top, rolling teeth.
Oh, shit.
You got some action over there.
Ooh, Lord, have mercy.
Got to be starting something. Welcome back to another episode of What She Said. I'm your host, Shanae Hall, sitting here with my mama, Rhonda Frost. What's up, Mama Frost?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Josh Powell. Hello.
Oh, mama, go ahead and sip on that.
Yeah, so,
What's happening, good people?
Mama, what was your question when you first started? How
I
you...
just asked in general how young is too young to date? I mean,
Well, it depends who's dating. Is that you?
What? Is that episode what?
Was that you, Mom? Are you?
I'm speaking about me.
Okay, so
I'm in my 50s, right?
okay.
What if someone in their 30s is trying to talk to me?
39? 31?
30 something, not quite 39.
Is it 32?
I think it is like
Oh goodness.
when you were like 20 something, they were just born. Do that.
I don't have to think about it.
She said I ain't got to think about it that hard. I ain't got to do the math like that.
I do it.
Okay. So,
Look at it. She like, God.
there's no more leaves to play with. Get your drink back. You're going to start picking up the foliage. But leave the foliage alone.
All right, carry on.
So,
Let's get to the topic.
today's topic is the unrealistic expectations of black women when it comes to dating. And it's a funny topic how we stumbled upon this. So my mom and I are on the phone and we're kind of just talking about the difficulties of dating, and us having an age gap, but still experiencing very similar things. And then we start going through all our list, right, of things that we expect. And I said, Mom, okay, let's just start out with the fact that we want somebody that's 6 feet or over. That takes us down to 12% of the men, period. You know what I'm saying?
Stats.
Yes.
She does that.
So anyways, 12%, right? And then I'm like, okay, now you want somebody that makes $250,000. Let's just use that number. And I said, according to Barack Obama, that's 5%. So we're not talking about 5% of the nation. We're talking about less than 2% of the 12% that we've already narrowed it down to. And so now it's funny. Now it's kind of.
It was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, so then we're like,
How ridiculous
let's
this
talk
is.
about our white friends. I have my girlfriend who's white, and she's married to a black man, and she said, Shanae, I just want somebody that's nice and has health insurance. And I was like, Mom, God was like, you know what, Rhonda, Shanae, sit your ass down. Teresa, come on up here. You get a husband. And my mom was like, yeah, my girlfriend, she just wanted somebody with a six-pack. And so she ends up marrying this black guy that works at Medieval Times.
This is another white girl.
And-
He was living with this brother in his early 30s or late 20s, was living with his aunt. He had a child already. He was a knight at Medieval Times, and
A knight in shining armor in real life, like
right,
the real one.
right. And he was super handsome, and she had dated a series of African American men, and he was the one. And
But he
she
was
didn't give a damn if he had a car, if he had a house, if his credit score was 780 or 520. It was good. And she married.
She
right
got
now.
married.
They got 4 or 5 children. They're living in some snazzy house that there's no doubt that she contributed to. And
So that's God said, you know what? That's all you want? Somebody fine? He ain't got to have shit? You get a husband. Shanae and Rodney, y'all go to the back of the line again.
me and Shanae, as we watch our fellow sisters and sisters, meaning white or black, move on and be married and happily ever after. Here we are still talking about what we need, what we needed, and what we expect.
And then what was so funny,
single.
though, the funniest part was she said, my mom said, yeah. And as we get older, we get more and more, demands. And I was like, because now you're like, you can't have kids under a certain age. You have to make a certain amount. You need to have a certain credit score. You need to earn a certain thing. You need to. And then you're slowly, basically weeding out
Everyone.
everybody. And then those that do fall into that, that's where that quote unquote nigga shortage that was going around the internet, like that's where that kicks in, because yes, there's only like 17 of those, and there's 20,000 women that are like,
Right.
can I just be with you? And so it's funny because I was like, okay, so what if I subtract, okay, fine. If he has a kid that's under, my thing used to be, you need to be at least 8. Okay, cool. Maybe you got a 2-year-old. You know what? I'm going to compromise in that area.
Children are grown, you're going to
yes.
say, oh, okay.
Well, I'm thinking about it out loud. I don't know that I'm actually going to say okay in real life, but it sounds good in theory, Maybe you have a 5-year-old, and I'm like, okay, maybe 5 is not too bad. Okay, maybe you don't make...
Maybe 50,000 is fine.
No, we're not going to do that. We didn't say
and
that.
maybe 5'8" is just perfect.
5, no, we're not going to do that. But maybe 5'10", get below the 6 foot mark might be okay. There's some bendable things.
We're going to have to do something different. That's
So here's the discussion is, do black women, because my girlfriend that's white, that's married to the black man, we were in LA, and she says, black women have unrealistic expectations for dating. The reason I'm married is because I wanted somebody that was nice and had healthcare insurance, and her husband is now retired military. And so of course he gets disability
benefits.
and for the rest of his life.
And she's a professional,
And
like
she's
on a whole nother level.
Yeah, she's an attorney. And so I'm
And that's
like,
all she wanted.
yeah.
Imagine if we were an attorney, like you're about to be. Do your expectations go down, or
You're
do
not
they
just
go
gonna
up?
go past by that light flex. I've been sitting over here being quiet for quite some time. So I'm gonna give you your flowers real quick, but go ahead, Mom. Go ahead.
Will your expectations go up, or do they go down when you pass
Elevate?
the bar?
I don't want to answer on
But that's a personal
camera.
thing. Ain't that a personal
Go
thing?
ahead. So Josh, do you think black women? Do you think?
He said, mm-mm.
Do you think our demands are too high? Do you think we want too much? Because truthfully, all that Shanae and I did have that conversation, but at the end of the day, well, I would like you to be taller than me. I was gonna say, I'm 5'7". I would like you to be taller than me, but I've dated someone who's 5'7".
And you didn't like him.
And so when we went out, I had on 3-inch heels because I wear heels a lot. And
But you
for me,
didn't
it was
like him.
awkward. For him, it was not. But that's
But
he
it
was
didn't
a
work
really
out.
great guy.
But
and
you
he
didn't
had
like him.
everything else together.
But
I would work it out.
You didn't like it
I
though.
would make it
You
work.
were so mad about your Converse being on and him still being eye level. I seen it for myself. I know.
We don't need to get personal.
I just-
we're just gonna talk about how we are gonna move different. But I do need Josh to tell us his experiences with black women and their demands.
Well, he can't use those. He can't because he's over 6 feet, so he's automatically in the 12%. He doesn't count.
But do you think black women are?
If he was
demanding?
short, then he could talk. He can't talk from a tall ass perspective.
6'8". He's 6'8".
I don't really believe in too demanding or the expectations being too high.
Really? That's nice.
Because
That's
I
refreshing.
feel like every woman has the right to want what she wants, how she wants it. And the funny thing is, how you've both spoken about your friends, but they're in a space where they want something as simple as that, and somebody else's simple could be 7 things in their mind.
Right.
So technically, nobody's wrong. I don't think nothing's wrong with that.
Well, she did say he needed to have a good sized penis too, because I was like, what if he had a 2-inch penis and
Well,
he was
now-
nice?
now the
And
truth
she was
comes
like,
out.
no, I can't do that.
I think every women have a way to manifest. And it's funny because a woman will manifest something and follow the manifestation with a but.
Okay.
So she already done killed whatever the universe or the Most High was about to do.
You think so?
In my opinion, yes.
How
When
do
you talk to people who are successful or have this or have that, they're very intentional with their words. And it sounds like both of your girlfriends were intentional AF with their words.
Right. True
This
that.
is what I want, and left it at that.
right?
They
right?
didn't care about none of
They-
the other extras.
to them, these are things that are workable because realistically, right, you can have all of your stuff, but then some of those things can be workable. You know, a lot of women can talk that shit about wanting a guy with hella money, but you don't know what comes with that.
Right.
We've had that conversation.
Right.
So that shit looks good.
Right.
But then when you got to deal with it, you're like, what in the fuck?
Right.
So, ladies, do you want a real solid man?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want someone who presents that way? I think that's the more fair question. Because if my version of what, when we talk about too high of expectations or too low and blah, 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 if you choose to settle, just own it. Because even the woman who settles for the man with the big bag, you're still settling because deep down inside, you may not be happy. You might look, you can present well. You can have all that shit. And we know these people.
Right.
We see the stories.
We do. We know them.
How many sisters would have been in Jeff Bezos' ex-wife's position and would have been like, I'm out?
Me.
Well, because you know already that you're entitled to, you don't have to put up with the bullshit and you can still get the money. So why stay?
So we don't talk about that enough. So again, it's still settling because it's about the money.
Originally it was about the man. Like they've been together 19 years or something. They brought that together and got it to where it's at. Now he became more engulfed in his career, building the business, building the brand, and forgot about building his relationship and maintaining the foundation that started the relationship.
Or did she become okay?
Well,
there's ways,
but obviously
that this can
she's
go.
not okay because she left. So if she was okay, then she would have stayed.
Not
okay
necessarily.
Is content.
But that's fair, and that's fair. But all I'm saying is because this is a perspective, and I don't want no woman, this is my personal opinion, I don't want any woman to feel away because you have, according to most, high standards, or feel away because, according to most, you have low standards. Mm-hmm. Because if you just ask for 2 or 3 things and you're like, shit, I'm good with this. At the end of the day, people can't forget, like, just be happy with whatever you choose. And I feel like a lot of people base their standards off of what the homies are going to say. That's one of the things that I talked to you about. Men, what we're going to do is we got to have a chick that is bad as hell, mm-hmm. or we got to have a chick that got the bag. So either way, the homie's going to be like, big dog.
That makes sense.
Boy, you winning.
Right.
Right? Women do the same thing. He got to be really fine. Y'all going to have some beautiful ass kids, or his check got to be crazy. Mm-hmm. In order for you to get the pass, because then your girl gonna be like, "Damn, girl, I see you, boo."
Right.
And what he working with? He okay. We can work with that because shit, girl, you on vacation. I see how you living. So it's going on both sides.
And it is true because I know my girls, the people that I've dated in the past, be like, "Nigga, that don't even make no sense. That don't make like how? Wait, what you mean it don't make no sense? It makes sense to me." Explain to me why you picked him. You know what I'm saying? And you do have to kind of be accountable for the person that you're dating. And like, he don't even match your swag. He don't match your energy. And nigga, he ain't even doing enough for you to be over there. For you to be over there entertaining that Shanae. You be like, but I like him. But why you like him? Explain it.
You know what's funny?
Explain.
I ain't gonna really speak on some of the high celebrities or folks that's out there. And you'll think that their woman looks like this, and then when you actually see her pop up on the screen, like
not the slump down. You slumped all the way down.
Because again, we in our minds we've been programmed that us as men, we gotta have the baddest thing. She gotta be smoking or popping in some type of way.
Right.
But then when you go home, y'all ain't talking. Shawty can't take care of the crib. You out of pocket because you can't even function the right way. Like, y'all just don't mesh. But when that picture goes up, everybody going to be like, bro, winning. Sis winning. Mm-hmm. Look at how beautiful their kids are. And you have no idea what them folks could be going through behind closed doors. They can't even have a conversation. So that's why I be challenging people like, you can't pick a person based on making your friends and family happy.
Right.
or what they're thinking.
Making it look good for
Right.
IG.
Yeah, or anything.
Right.
Like, you got to be genuinely happy. You could be attracted to somebody who the world thinks is the most ugliest person, but you know what? That man or that woman could make you laugh. They can make you feel safe. There's somebody that'll pray with you, pray over you.
Right.
There's somebody that when you're on your ass, you can't even, you're having the worst day, or maybe you're having the worst year. Every day they're going to pick you up, pick you up, pick you up. The things that really matter, we've gotten away from when it comes to relationship,
So
period.
true.
That is
Exactly.
my personal opinion
It is so
when it comes to all of this. Because just like we'll say that the black women have too high standards, then what does that say about black men? Are our standards too low? Because at the end of the day, we're money chasing because we know what that brings us.
Right.
Ain't nobody out here fixing their fucking spirit.
True.
Nobody out here is doing the work mentally and emotionally, right? They talk about therapy, but it's like, it's cliche because you're saying this shit because it sounds good.
Right.
Or are you really going and doing
Trying
the
to be
work?
better. Right.
Not just sitting on somebody's couch once a week, because that doesn't do it. I tell the kids that I train all day, every day, you're not going to get better by coming to see us once a week, twice a week.
Right.
You got to do that work daily.
Right.
That's how the Most High works. You got to pray and read and meditate and do it on repeat daily and then multiple times a day.
Right.
You got to give thanks and say, amen. Like, I appreciate you. Okay, it's not working out. There are people who have struggled for 5-6 years not knowing that blessing has came on year 6. So we keep diving into this thing and playing with it when we really got to dive into what the root of the problem is, man. And too many people are dating or picking partners for the wrong reason. And it's not even a cultural thing. And then the black women get mad because, oh, you one of them. I've even had people come at me like, where my exes, you know what I'm saying? Like, both because, oh, they like, you got a type. Like, bro, I didn't look at
Do you
all
have
of
a
that.
type?
I was just, no.
No. Mom, do you have a type?
I used to have a type.
What does used to have a type mean?
No, things are changing. I've reduced my type.
You reduced your type.
I've changed.
Wow. Okay.
Like for me, like, obviously from a physical standpoint, that was one thing, but I've always wanted to connect with somebody spiritually and mentally and emotionally, like being on a different page with that. I'm from the south side of Atlanta. I love a thick woman, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that that's all I've been attracted to, or that's not the end all be all.
Okay.
Because I feel that being that I've dibbled and dabbled, I've been in relationships, yes, but I've also effed around heavily, and just to see that how empty the souls are out here. You know what I'm saying? And there are some really good people, like, regardless of what happened with me and other females, whatever, like, there's some cool ass women out here. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
even with them, they're still empty in a sense. You know what I mean? They're dealing and battling with the things that they're battling with. And that's fair. And like, even for me, you know what I'm saying, going through my journey, I've had things that I've had to battle with. Like, I'm constantly doing the work and getting myself in the best space in the place that I could be so I can do the things that I need to do.
So, Mom, if you had an unrestricted list, what would your list of requirements of the man, your ideal man, look like? Don't, like Josh said, whatever it is that you love, hold true to that and let that be your truth.
Why are you trying to put your mom on the spot?
I'm gonna get on the spot too, but I'm gonna let you go first because you deserve the spotlight right now.
You being funny. Unrestricted. He would
25.
He would be.
Oh, you said 25?
He would be of good character.
Okay.
He would be in a space where he's ready, willing, and able to commit. He would be kind. He'd have a sense of humor. It'd be nice if he's taller than me. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
How tall though? What ideal? Remember, if God is sitting before you, and He said, "Rhonda, create the man that you want, and I'm gonna build him and
She did
hand
not
him."
pull God into this.
I'm saying. So if you had it like that, He said, speaking it into the universe. If you had to speak it right now, and the Lord is listening, He said, "I'm gonna build her that bear that she's asking for." He would be kind. He would be funny. He
He'd
would
be
be this.
financially stable.
What's
Somebody-
financially stable look like? God needs to know specifics. What is stable?
She is truly trying to put me on the hot seat.
You said
in front of
50 earlier.
Everybody. Well,
I don't see nothing wrong with 50, but I'm just saying, you said 50 earlier.
God is creating this man for you. What is the number?
I mean, 50 is okay, but I mean, could you?
Mom, what is the number? God is creating this man for you. What is your number?
Let me ask you a question. I'm just going to cut straight to it. 'Cause this is the question I want to ask any woman. If the most amazing man, the most prosperous man came before you, but his financial situation wasn't up to your liking, would you pass?
Josh, you're going to cut her off. I need to know what her liking is first.
Because this is the piece this is the piece when I hear your mom week after week after week, and I'm paying attention and I'm studying. There's a lot of spiritual and a lot, but then there's something that goes back to that financial piece.
Always. So what is the number? If God
So
is creating.
that's why, and nothing's wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. But when not just you, but a lot of your sisters, not a black-white thing, just women in general, time and time again, that man could be glowing. He could be a unicorn, but instead of the pockets being this way deep, they like this way deep.
Mom, what's your number? We building you a man that we need to know.
She said 50.
She didn't say 50.
Why you gotta keep reminding me? I did say 50.
So is that good for you? If God is building you a man,
If God is building the man,
you would ask for 50.
Give me 1 second. Hold on, Mom, because I'm going to do you a favor. I need you to see something real quick.
Mom, just answer the question.
No.
Is it 250?
No, it doesn't have to be 250.
150?
I make six figures.
175?
So 50.
125.
50 divided by, okay, this is what we looking at monthly.
That ain't enough.
That's what he made.
Before taxes.
That's monthly. That's before tax.
And FICA and Social Security,
Listen,
401k.
She's passing. Look, she's
no, I
like,
wouldn't
get
pass,
that.
but
Get that.
She moved your phone out the way. She pushed your phone out the way.
Listen, I'm at a point in my life where
You can't even answer the question, so you don't even know what you want.
Can you show your mom some respect? Let me talk.
What you got, Mom?
So I'm at a point where I would like him to be financially stable, where he could be the provider, but he doesn't have to be. Like, because I can pay my own bills.
So are you going to pay your own bills with a
if
man?
I'm married, no. I mean, is that wrong? No.
You know what? That's the problem with black women. We can't even answer and be truthful and stand in our own truth of what we want.
Because the struggle is so real that at this point in life, for you, Miss Beauty Queen, you have more options to play the game longer and to continue to whatever. I still have standards, and I'm going to stick by those. I've worked really hard to get where I am, and I've accomplished some things. I have great credit. I have a house. I have some things of my own. So could I accept a guy who has nothing? No.
That's not what I asked. I said, what will you accept?
I would accept a genuine person.
That's why the Lord said, get your ass in the back of the line. You get in the back of the line.
No, I mean, he has to bring something to the table, but mostly he does have to be of good character. He has to be ready, willing, and able to commit. He has to be nice. He has to be fun. I have to like him. There's a lot more to it than money.
But we got through that. I didn't say that was it. That was just part of the list. I said, well, you're building a list. I literally said a list.
He has to be thoughtful. He has to be all of these things. Is that too much? Are we asking for too much?
Mother, that was horrible. You struggled through that like a black man on trial for killing a white woman. That was a struggle.
Whoa.
That's all.
No, I mean, I think if he makes six figures, but it's not about what you make. If he makes six figures and his bills tap him out, it's still no good.
Right. So
he just needs to be financially stable. I won't put a number with it.
So, I mean, there's a disposable income of $50,000 a year after all of his bills are paid. And then plus you can't have no small children. Plus you need to be over 6 feet. Plus you need to drive a certain kind of car. Can he roll up in a Honda Accord? I'm asking you.
I didn't say nothing about no car.
I'm asking you. Can he roll up in a Honda Accord?
I don't necessarily care about his car.
I
really don't.
Yes or no?
No, I don't care about. I mean, I don't care about a car.
Okay.
I don't. If he's financially stable, all my children are grown. So you brought up children. Could I date someone with a 10-year-old or a 5-year-old? No.
Okay.
That's a definite.
No kids.
Because I'm not doing babysitter arrangements at this point.
30-year-olds have 10-year-olds.
Just
30-something-year-olds have 10-year-olds.
Actually, my friend has no children.
Oh,
He's never been married.
Oh, he's a unicorn.
Does he want?
So do the women throw him away like how they do with women?
Children. He just wants me.
Oh.
That's what he told you. That's that one. Hey, bro, big dog. If you listening, that's that bar you gave her. Boy, you solid, boy. Hey, boy, way to work. Don't you make me no sound bite,
You
goddamn.
already know. You already know. I was like 25 minutes and 38 seconds in. Check.
Hey, listen. All I know is this young brother.
Okay.
During the first week I met him,
Okay.
he hits me up. First of all, he checks on me every day. During the first week I met him, he says, "Hey, did you have lunch yet? I'm at work." I was like, "Actually, I did." And so he sends me a text, and he's like, "I hate that I missed taking you to lunch, the opportunity to take you to lunch." In 5 minutes, he sends me $100. He said, "This is to take care of the rest of the week for lunch, so I don't miss anything. And then when can I take you to a restaurant?"
You need to listen into your mic. Put your mouth into the mic.
So I mean, he started off with some game, I guess. I
So,
don't know.
but
Maybe he
did
really
you see
cared.
what she said though? He acknowledged that he didn't eat, and he sent me $100 for lunch, off the bat. Right?
That was just a thoughtful thing.
I
to do.
think it's amazingly
Somebody
thoughtful.
with 50K can do that too.
I ain't say they couldn't. I just said it was a thoughtful gesture. I just said it was nice. So I'm looking for someone who's nice. Do you think about me?
How
Do you
tall
care
is he?
about-
How tall is he?
He might be 5'9".
He might be 5'9". Okay.
So see, I've already
Reduced your standards.
and that's okay if he's of good character, if he's a good guy.
That's
It's
why
okay.
he leading with them pockets. Got it.
5'9", you gotta leave with
Yeah,
pocket.
he got to lead with the pockets.
Oh,
Because he looks out for her lunch for a week.
no, because he's short.
He's not really short.
Well, if you throw on 3-inch heels, you're taller than him.
When we lay down, I'm sure it's going to be the same.
Oop. I don't know
Got
if
it on
that's
her mind. Ma, you in a place where you looking for some action? Like, what we doing? Let's just talk about that. Cause it don't seem like it's about nothing there. You just see something nice. He talking good.
That's not true.
So you ain't having no visions?
You ain't having no visions?
Why y'all turning this
Oh
on me?
yeah,
I've had
boy.
some visions.
Mm-hmm. Nice visions, huh? Go and grab that cup. Just grab the cup. It's okay. Don't beat the desk.
Can y'all focus
The desk
on
ain't do nothing to you.
focus on the questions? Do black women have too high of standards? I would say we do not. Look at the black women who date Nick Cannon. He's had how many children by how many black women over the
listen.
last year?
Now, what does that
Can
mean?
you use that though?
Yeah, because that's no standard at all. It's like
Why
you're
is
just
that not
happy
a standard?
You're just happy to have this dude
Well,
in your
okay,
life?
for Nick Cannon seems to be, I don't know the man personally, but he seems to be very smart. He seems to be articulate. He seems to be well read. He's financially stable. He's over 5'10", very attractive. He has a lot of things going for him. That is why
Committing is not one of them.
is not one of them. And so they're willing to say, well, I will share you.
Now, Ma, we just talked about this in another episode, the whole Bill Cosby thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how women should be held accountable.
Right.
So if they're okay with being a part of Nick Cannon's village, then let them be.
You know what? I am one of the number one people who says whatever works for
Absolutely.
2 parties or 6 parties or whatever works for them. I can't judge it. Just thought I'd throw
I'm
it
sure
out
they're all well taken care of. I'm
So-
sure nobody's
that.
waiting for a check to come in for lunch money.
Here's
Right.
the other part, though. Like, at what point is it okay
To
what?
versus what's not
To
okay?
share?
But because I'm saying, like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
No.
Well, in a sense.
No, you
Because
know.
the first thing she said, well, we got all these daggone kids.
Because it's not the kids. He has multiple women. He just popping them out with
He had
different
babies with-
chicks.
by different women in the last 6 months.
Okay.
That's, I guess for us, it doesn't meet the
Let me go to the Bible and look up these biblical.
No.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Wasn't
First
it
off,
Brian Casey who
first
took us
off,
to the
yeah.
Bible?
And
Or
first off,
jagged edge?
the first thing in the Bible that says, "A man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and gets
That's not the first thing.
favor." But
That
I'm
is
saying,
definitely not the first thing.
after he made Adam
In
and
the
Eve,
beginning.
in the beginning, I'm saying when he first talked
There
about
were some more words
it's
before that, but-
in Genesis. So
Right.
what I'm saying is the first portion of the Bible. So the first book. How about that? it says, a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and he gets favor from the Lord. So we don't want to go there. He didn't findeth a wife right now. He findeth a chick that will allow them to be impregnated. And that's good. Good for Nick.
He foundeth a good thing.
Good, like I said, hey, good for him.
And whatever works for those people, I truly.
What do they say about the woman in the Bible?
That she should be a virtuous woman.
God,
Did you say
again, no accountability.
I'm just saying that's what it says.
No accountability.
What are we?
I know Ruth. I know Ruth was taken care of. You know, her Boaz came through. She was picking up grains or wheat and stuff, and he was like, "No. You go ahead and you leave her a pile every night, so she ain't got to work as hard." And the next thing you know, he put a ring on it or whatever they did, had a ceremony, and that became his wife.
Pimping started with the Bible, basically.
Well, he left her a little pile of wheat. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if it's pimping or tricking, but
he lean with his pockets. So that's what I'm saying.
You got it.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I heard.
I'm just
and he
saying.
got it. He had a plentiful of his wheat. And so he was like, leave her a pile. And then he came out to meet her. And then, you know what I'm saying? And they became one.
Right.
That's a blessing. She got blessed. Everybody wants their Boaz.
We can't get blessed.
Y'all get blessed when you have a woman. Man that findeth a
All
wife,
the time.
findeth
You
a
don't
good
get
thing and
blessed
gets
when you
favor
have
from
a
the
woman.
Lord. What?
You know?
Did you just say you don't get blessed when you have a woman?
Not in how you saying it. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
It's not like we can't be blessed before that.
Wait, what you saying, Josh? What you saying?
Cause it's like, yeah, you be blessed once you find you a good woman. It's like, nah.
That ain't enough. So
I'm not saying it is not enough. And I understand what the good book is getting at with
Okay.
that.
So what is your idea of a good woman? Do men have too high expectations of women or not expectations enough?
I already
Josh?
told you. I broke that whole thing down earlier. And we should do better. We got to do better. It can't just be all about the looks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
it's obviously
and that's most cases that's what it is. You know what I mean? We looking for that approval from our peers, and that's how we pick and we choose.
For the long term or just for the temporary?
Both. It's no matter what. It's just ridiculous.
The-
Because
the-
even the ones who are in long term, it's like, you know, look at this, like, but it's like, bro, you feel that way, and these again are situations I know. You'll publicly praise her and privately put her through hell. So if you feel that way about her, then y'all shouldn't be having some of these situations and issues y'all got going on.
That's true.
That's where I'm going with that.
Well
because
said.
because if it's based on that and you so damn proud, stop doing what you're doing, or keep it a buck. Which I'm big on that. If you want to be on that type of tip, let your partner know.
right.
So
Right.
Oh, it's crickets in here.
do men have unrealistic expectations?
Man, we don't even know what that. Most men don't even know what that means.
So you don't think that your friends and your people that you hang around with know what they want, know what they're looking for?
That shit don't even be that deep. Most of them be like, bruh, I'm only gonna date me a black woman. I'm only gonna do this. Or bruh, she gotta be this. All right, big dog, you got it. That's it.
So what are your guys' standards?
What do you have?
I'm
You
not
said
speaking for everybody.
okay, just in general, like the men that you know, they got to be thick. They got to
What do
be.
you? No, y'all put me on the spot. What do you need?
Ooh, what do you need, Josh?
What you got?
Mama Frost put you on the spot. It's
I love a woman who knows who she is.
Okay.
That doesn't change with the weather. Be solid. Be solid. There's not enough of that going around.
What is solid?
Yeah, break that down.
Somebody who's honest, genuine, transparent. Like, you are who you are, whether you're out in the streets or you're in the privacy of your home or in the privacy of your, you know, wherever you are with your peers, because that's another group setting. That's a different situation too. People can be one way in public, they can be one way in private,
True.
and then they could be a different way around people that they grew up with, their peers, their this, that, and the
True.
third. Or they can put on when they're around your people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's levels to all of this.
Right.
But somebody who doesn't change no matter what, like, be who you are. Like, I love that and I can respect that. Loyalty is another big thing.
Right.
If I'm with you, even if, for example, if you don't agree with something, we gonna present how we need to present and handle that at the crib.
Right.
Right? This ain't the time for us to be, doing all that extra stuff.
Right.
Like, and obviously vice versa. But again, that's something that means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that means a lot is respect.
Right.
Respect, man. Like it's just not enough on that. Like you can be upset, but the disrespect, the going way left with it, all of those types of things, man, that's out of pocket.
So what if you were dating a 6? Let's just, whatever a 6 is in your mind, but she was all of those things. Would you do it?
Absolutely.
100%.
Because I'm big on partner. That shit made your skin crawl. I'm big on
He's so
chill,
animated.
This cord hit
It was
my,
so
hit
it
my
was so
arm.
100. She was like, damn. I absolutely would.
Yeah.
But because the beauty in a person, man, you can't. There are a lot of 10s, 20s out here that are empty and their spirit is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just real hard to be around.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
You know what I'm
get that.
saying? And for me, like, my goal is to get to that 100. I want to live till I'm 100. I feel like I got a lot to give.
Okay.
You can't get there with toxic BS type people
Right.
in your life, in your corner. Just imagine that. Somebody putting you through hell every day. You know
Right.
what God is doing? That's another year gone.
Mm.
That's a month gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 months gone.
Right.
Damn, you really turned up then. I'm gonna take 2 years for that one.
Right.
Mm.
I don't want that in my life. Think of all the shit you done been through.
A lot.
Yeah. A lot.
All right, I'm gonna move on over this way. Think of all the stuff you done been
Oh,
through.
my goodness.
I don't need all that extra shit. Obviously, we got to be attracted to each other,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
but that
That's
other
important.
stuff, man, what comes with that? And see, this is the thing that people don't know. When you talk about having sex and doing shit, your sex is average because your mental and your emotional ain't there.
Right.
So now we done went to another level because you have mentally and emotionally, you stuck your shit up in there and you done.
Right.
Stole they
And we
soul.
both doing that. That's what people don't understand, man. When you make love to somebody and you soul snatch, well, that's a different kind of orgasm.
Right.
That's a different type of connection that you're
Connection,
getting with that
absolutely.
person.
Absolutely.
It's a lot. You can bring two beautiful people together on paper,
Mm-hmm.
and they can have the worst sex life.
Yeah.
They can have the worst whatever. Like they just can't be on the same page. But when you get people that are mentally and emotionally, like they're on that type of
There's a
vibe,
when there's a connection,
different.
that
It's-
the
it's
connection
different.
is
Yeah, it's
is
right?
different.
And then when you have people like that, they're the type of people that can be understanding because it's not about the money.
Right.
It's
Right.
more so about what can we do together.
Absolutely.
right.
Then, as we like to talk about the Most High, he comes down and he say, you know what, Shanae, we're going to put you at the front of the line. Here go these blessings. It's been manifesting for all these years, but the reason they ain't come is because you've been having all this bullshit around you. So I got to cut this branch. I got to remove these leaves. Like some shit got to fall off before I
That is
present
so
you
true.
with what you're supposed to have.
Right.
Right? And I've never been the type of person to base everything on the physical and whatever, but I have had these moments. I have entertained situation because of that or the hype just to see what the fuss is about and taking L's. So, and it doesn't mean the L has to be a crazy or a bad L. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to connecting with people, because for me, I'm big on connecting with people. I don't want to connect with everybody, but the few that I do connect with, I want it to be solid.
Right.
So that's what's
Absolutely.
important to me.
Yeah, I love that.
That was
That's
good.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I am going to wrap up this segment. I mean, it was good. It was good information, you know, even from my mom and her
Absolutely.
young buck. Let you
Listen,
know that
That's just one situation.
I didn't say you didn't have
Oh,
multiple
shit.
situations.
I
I
do.
didn't say nothing. I just said it to show that she could, you know.
you got to block her face out like we did.
Oh, Mr. Anonymous.
Block her out this next episode.
Hey, listen, I'm just dating. I'm just trying to get a feel for
Ain't
what this
nothing
shit
wrong
is
with that.
like right
Ain't
now.
nothing wrong
Hey.
And it's tough. I'm not even going to lie. This is not easy for me at this point in my life. I thought I'd be remarried by now and with a solid partner. But I'm learning. With all these podcasts, I'm learning.
So I'll finish it off or cap it off with just a small words of wisdom, if you could. I would say this. I was married to somebody who played in the NFL. It was my high school sweetheart who I loved more than life itself. And there were many, many days where I spent crying and in tears and miserable. And I had a mansion and I had a pool in the back and we had a swing set and we lived in a gated community on a golf course, and he was beautiful and I was beautiful and my kids were beautiful, and on the outside everything looked amazing and we had plenty of money, and I was miserable. And I can fast forward to living in an apartment, not being able to pay rent, and loving every minute of my life. So I laughed more, I had peace, I would rollerblade at the beach. I found myself, I found my smile again when I had the least. So I will say this to any woman out there looking: if you have a solid man in your life that has all those other qualities and he has the potential, he's still got that hustle in him where he's not gonna make, not let y'all go hungry.
Right.
Then I would say don't turn your cheek towards the man that doesn't have as much, to look at the man that has a lot, because the man that has a lot of options, and also has more times than not a lot of ego and other things that go along with it that are detrimental to your health. So for me, I'm looking for the person that's going to enhance the peace that I already have, the joy that I already have. When you go to my house, it's serene. It's lavender smell in the air. It's clean. You could eat off the floor. And I enjoy every moment. If you couldn't tell by my IG, I enjoy every moment of my life because I've established a space of peace of mind. And it has nothing to do with money. Now, I've built back up to a certain savings. I've built back up to a credit score. I built back up, but I laughed just as much when I had nothing. But I took out, as Josh said, that branch that had all the dying leaves that were contaminating my space. So don't let money and bags be your factor. Trust and believe from your girl. You can get money, you can get bags, you can get trips on your own. What you can't get back is time. There's a saying, a quote by Carl Sandburg, I think his name is, and he says, least you be careful who you allow to spend the coin of your life, or some variation of that. Basically, watch who you allow to spend your time. And if you're spending your time chasing a bag, I promise you, when you open it, it'll be empty. See you next week.